And 3, 2, 1, we are live. Hey everybody, how's it going today? As I put my hand in my video, I don't usually go live on my phone, so it's kind of weird for me. But anyway, so bear with me as I adjust my camera a little bit because you guys don't want to look at just the roof of my car. All right. So anyway, hey, my name is Mad Rancher. A lot of you also know me as my first name, which is Seth. And I'm realizing I look super weird in this video. I don't know why, but anyway, yeah. So today, this is my first video that I will be posting on my personal Facebook page. When you find my channel, don't judge my videos too harshly. I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to do my streaming. When I do my streaming, all that crazy stuff. You'll have to excuse my unshaven face. It's been a crazy couple weeks for my wife and I and our two little guys. We had a new little guy, and I'm actually sitting on top of a parking garage in Syracuse, New York, outside the hospital. My little guy is in the NICU. It's been a challenging couple of weeks. I didn't write any notes, which is a no-no, but oh well. I'm going off the top of my head for now. I was like, I'm sitting here, I might as well do something. So I'm going up to see my little guy at like probably about 3 o'clock, so we got a little time. But I'm gonna try to keep this relatively short. Good luck, right? Yeah, I can ramble and talk. But yeah, I'm kind of looking over the Syracuse downtown area, kind of a thing. But yeah, my wife is in visiting our little guy. We had him almost 3 weeks ago now? 2 weeks? I can't remember now. My wife tested positive for COVID, and then like 3 days later, our little guy decided to come 5 weeks early. And we also discovered his pregnancy that both Katie and I are carriers of cystic fibrosis, and the little guy ended up being positive for cystic fibrosis, which is going to be a major learning experience for my wife and I, learning how to help him, learning how to deal with what he's got going on. He is not really doing all that great right now. He's on a respirator right now. His lungs don't want to work quite properly, so we're hoping we can get that straightened out. But anyway, yeah, keep us in your prayers if you think about it. We'd greatly appreciate it. He's probably going to be in the NICU for weeks more. So yeah, kind of stressful. But anyway, moving on. That's what we're dealing with right now. That's why I'm here sitting in my car in a parking garage. That's why I haven't been streaming much. My life has been crazy. I streamed a little bit the other day. We did some Farm Sim 19, which is fun. I see there's a new one coming out. That's kind of exciting. So yeah, for those of you seeing this video on my personal FB page, some of my content some of you folks might not enjoy, but I'm gonna have just be posting to one YouTube page for now. I'm probably gonna have life tips, some things I've learned in my life. We'll probably cover some of my son's cystic fibrosis stuff once we get going with that. We'll see. I enjoy gaming, which is weird for a 30-plus-year-old, but hey, it's 2021. It's what I like to do. I enjoy doing content creation, even though I have like very little bit of time to spend on it. But I'm trying to give this thing a shot, the YouTube thing, kind of hacking at it here and there and everywhere when I can. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing. But anyway, yep, I play some Warzone, Call of Duty Warzone. Although I've been kind of turned off of that lately, so after the new update, I'm not too hot on it. Maybe I'm really bad, or maybe I'm just getting put in lobbies where people are better than me just because I tend to play slow and make it to the end game because they don't encounter people. But anyway, I'm getting off topic already. I enjoy it. That's what it matters. And I really like Farm Simulator 19 because I can't afford to have my own farm right now, so I get my farming fixed through that. It's also something that my son enjoys playing with me because he likes tractors and trucks. And currently his favorite thing on there right now are the fire trucks and apparatus that I have downloaded, which he likes. And he also likes the Subaru WRX STI mod that I have downloaded. He really likes that, so that makes Daddy happy. I'd love to have one of those eventually. Probably will never happen. I would like to have a truck eventually too, but can't afford that right now. So yeah, here I am. Want to have a farm someday. Would love to train horses full time. That's probably my #1 passion, is training horses. If y'all didn't know that, I love to train horses. I have people that want me to train horses. I don't have time to train horses. It's crazy, I know. But anyway, on this channel, I will have some game streaming. I'm gonna have some life hack stuff. I'll do some horse training videos, tips. And if I get questions on specific things with horse training, I will maybe do some troubleshooting for some people. If you have questions for me, feel free to leave it in the comments. Message me, whatever. You can find me, Mad Rancher, on mainly Facebook and Instagram right now. I think I have a Twitter, but I'd never check it. I need to start using that more. But anyway, yeah, message me, hit me up, follow me on my socials, hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. I don't have any subscribers yet. I get 4 views on my videos currently. So yeah, we're just working on it, building that up a little bit. Yeah, I don't have a mic, so sorry if you hear my car's air conditioning. It's kind of warm here right now, for me anyway. I guess it's 67. It's warm to me, warm to this northern boy. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do with this channel. It's going to be a bunch of I'll be posting whatever I feel like, basically. If you have any questions or requests on something you would like to see, let me know. I'll see if I can set that up. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, I live in northern New York, and so I was just going to, so this video, the title of this video is learn how to ask questions. For a time, about 3 years of my life, I lived in Virginia, and yeah, for about 3 years. Did some various things. I went to Liberty University for 2 semesters. I did not do how I had anticipated on doing. I got distracted. Ended up getting expelled because I failed both my all of my classes in both semesters, which is horrible. Sounds horrible. It is horrible. But I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot of very valuable lessons. I had plans to go back to college, try to go back, but I got my Class A, my CDL Class A driver's license, and discovered that I could work that way and get paid decent. So that's what I'm doing right now. I deliver milk. So I drive a tractor trailer, a 48-foot trailer. Love to drive. Another thing I plan on doing on this video is driving tips, because apparently y'all, we need it. I see crazy people doing crazy stuff all the time, every day it seems. So yeah, I'll probably do some driving tips if I get around to it, making the time. Yeah, if this thing takes off, I'll do more and more. I'll be able to put more time into it. My wife's still not quite sure what she thinks about it yet. So anyway, it's my little hobby right now I'm doing. Anyway, so as I was living in Virginia, learning how to be an adult, I learned stuff the hard way. I learned a lot of stuff the hard way in my life, which is not ideal, but at least I know how to coach my little guys as they grow. But yeah, one of the biggest things, most interesting things I guess I did when I was in Virginia is for a few months I sold Bible storybooks door to door in North Carolina. That's a story for another time if we ever get to it. It was a crazy experience. One of the best things I've ever done, even though I did poorly. I worked hard at it. I just couldn't sell books. I don't know why. I was getting sit down things to talk to people, but anyway, with the gentleman who was running that, I learned a lot of good life practices, I guess you could say, and ways to look at things from him. And I hung out with his family, mostly two of his daughters. I hung out with quite a bit. They're like sisters to me when I was living in Virginia, especially at Liberty. Yeah, they're special girls. And one of the biggest things I learned from them was how to ask questions, or to ask questions in general. It really helps your conversational skills if you learn how to ask questions. Now, I'm not going to go into exactly how, because it's different for everybody and it varies for personalities, but it's very important to learn how to ask questions. I don't know if you've ever thought about that before, but it's an interesting concept. You can learn a lot about something or about someone just by asking questions, asking people about them, asking people what they enjoy doing, and asking people questions about what they know. It's kind of cool. You can learn a lot. So yeah, start thinking about what questions you can ask your friends the next time you're hanging out, instead of everybody being on their phone or like, oh, look at this cool meme I found, which I'm totally that person. I find memes and I like to share them, but whatever. Yeah, we have a problem with being on our phones too much. Set the phone down. Ask folks questions. It's very important to learn how to do. Had I taken time to prepare for this more properly, it would be I could have come up with some suggestions, some ideas on examples of questions you could ask. I guess one would be, just came to me now, I lost it. Question you could ask. Oh well. Went into my brain, went right back out. Oh well. But yeah, questions, or learning how to ask questions, is very important. And I'm losing my train of thought, and I am becoming speechless, which is uncommon for me. But yeah, anyway, asking questions. What would be some important questions to ask? Say I am doing something with one of my horses, and say I'm laterally flexing my horses. Here's the example for horse people. Doing lateral flexion with a horse, which, if you don't know, is when you ask the horse to take their nose from being straight and bring it around to the side, one way or the other. Lateral flexion, making a horse move its head side to side laterally. There's also vertical flexion, which is making your horse bring his nose toward his chest or down even. With my horse Will, he's had more experience And so when I ask Will to laterally flex, I'll literally pick up with 2 fingers and on the reins, and I'll bring around, I'll add a little bit of pressure, and if he doesn't respond, I'll bump. So if you saw me lateral flexing my horse a lot, and then sometimes not bumping, and then other times bumping more, with more force, well, not force, pressure, I guess you could say, like I'll actually go and bump. So what you want to do with a horse is you ask him, and then if the horse, a horse that's already learned how to, like, it's one of the steps in refining it, I guess. You ask them lightly, then you tell them if they don't give. But if they give lightly, then you don't bump. You drop that rein like a hot potato and say, that's what I wanted. I'm not gonna bother you if you do what I ask. The reason you bump is the next time you go to pick up on that rein, the horse is gonna remember, oh, last time he picked up lightly and I didn't do anything, or I was lazy and then I got bumped. So next time you pick up, they're gonna be like, oh, he's asking me, so I'm gonna bring it around. So if you saw me bumping and you didn't know why I was bumping on my horse's mouth, you could ask me, why are you bumping on him sometimes and not others? I guess that's a example of a question you could ask. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, I should have prepared and made some notes for this, but whatever. This was more doing a video that I could post onto my Facebook page, see if I can get some subscribers and some more viewers, and something to do so I don't get too bored up here, although I do a pretty good job of keeping myself busy. But yeah, that's a little bit about myself, and one of the things I've learned in my little over 30 years on the earth is learn how to ask questions. It's more a thought, more food for thought for y'all. Like, when was that last time I asked a question and learned something from somebody? Yeah. What is the best way to ask a question? Or what is the best question to ask? It's kind of a philosophical thing, but asking questions and learning how to ask questions is very important life skill. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I'll post this or not. I probably will, because yeah, I'll post it. Yep. But anyway, I guess I'm kind of running out of things to say right now. So, yeah. Message me, post, comment your thoughts, ideas on the topic of asking questions. I'm curious to know your thoughts. And, yeah, the next time you're hanging out with folks, think about, oh, what kind of questions could I ask? And if you ask a question and you don't think you got quite the answer you want, think about another way to ask a question. There's so many different ways that you can ask a question differently. It's pretty interesting, and you can learn a lot of interesting stuff about things, friends, sports, whatever. Or you could say, oh, you could ask somebody, oh, well, why did you say this? Or what did you mean by this? And they could say, well, what do you mean? And then you're gonna have to say, like, oh, well, why did you word it this way instead of another way? I don't know. I'm really rambling now, but anyway, we're coming up on 20 minutes. That'll be good for this video. It's too long already anyway. But yeah, thoughts. Seth's rambling. Anyway, yeah, hit me up on my socials. I don't have a streaming schedule right now because my schedule is very unscheduled. It's crazy. I'm probably going back to work next week. I don't want to, but I can't really afford not to work, so it's probably what I'm gonna do, unfortunately. So yeah, anyway, if y'all keep us in your prayers, we'd appreciate it. Pray for a little guy. He's got a long road ahead of him. Hopefully we can get him off the ventilator this week and keep him off of it. He's having trouble breathing on his own. He doesn't need much help. He's only on 20 breaths a minute and minimal oxygen, like 28%. But we've extubated him twice, taken the tube out, and he lasts about a day or 2 days, and then he gets tired and his vitals start going all out of whack again. We gotta intubate him again, which is kind of frustrating. So yeah, keep us in your thoughts and prayers. We'd greatly appreciate it. Hopefully the little guy can get out of the NICU and be healthy soon, come home. We're really hoping for it, but I'm afraid it's gonna be we got a long road ahead of us. So yeah, anyway, love y'all. Thanks for watching. If you do, drop me a like if you don't mind, subscribe, and comment. Give me a comment. Tell me how horrible this is. No, not really. Hopefully my audio was okay. I don't have a mic right now, so one day I'll invest in one. Watching the traffic on the interstates right out there. Yep. Y'all have a good one. Peace.